How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the 5 things that I love and hate series with myself, OLT In this one we're going to have the second part of this series being the things I love, and it's going to be on the Ford Puma ST line X edition spec. First thing that I really like about the Puma then is actually the front headlight, and I know it got some stick when it first released, saying it looked a bit like a knockoff DBX, but I actually think they work really nicely on this car. They're different with the Fiesta slightly and different to the Focus, but they are actually quite nice when you look at them. It gives this car a different sort of stance, makes it look a bit sporty and sort of definitely more aggressive than the normal sort of Ford you'd get that's a 4x4. I know this is a sports utility vehicle, so it has that aspect to it, but I think the headlights are definitely something that really works with this car. Up next is something a little bit different for me in terms of what I go for with the car, but it's actually the storage space in this car. Doesn't look all too big on camera, but I've been using this for a week now, and like, you can get so much in the back of this car. It's actually a lot more than I expected. You put the seats down, which I won't do because they are currently plugged into the belt at the moment, but this car actually has a lot more room than I was expecting, which I think makes it, probably tops it over the Fiesta and gives it that slightly more desirable feel, just because of the space it has, not only in the boot, but if we come round to the back seats, you've also got plenty of room in the back here for carrying a few passengers. I'm quite not tall, but I do quite like to sit back in my chair, so bringing this back, you've still got loads of room. If I get in, show you, still got plenty of room to sit in here, spread your legs out, and you're completely fine. You're not cramped up, you're not worried, and the passenger has loads of room as well in the front there. Third aspect of the car that I've really enjoyed, and that is actually this dynamic digital display behind the steering wheel. It's much better than the manual configuration that you get on the Fiesta. So you get this full digital display behind there. In the other video that I'm going to release, I'll go into more specs and stats and detail of how big it is, etc., and what exactly it does. But having a digital screen instead of the analog dials is just so much better. You can flick through here on the steering wheel and it'll flick through all the different options you've got in terms of fuel economy, tire pressures, trip computers, and you can also change a few settings on it, which lets you change the dials different color, and you can do that by simply changing the drive mode that the car's in. I just think it adds a complete different dynamic to the car. And every day you could get in, put it in a different mode, and it's slightly different. It keeps it a bit fresh. But I also like that it has the lane keep assist at the bottom here, which the Fiestas don't, and it also has the speed designation there. So whatever road you're on, you'll always know when there's a speed, what the speed is on that road. You're not guessing, you're not second guessing, and sometimes also gives you a little warning that there's a speed camera ahead or average speed check zone. So that's been really helpful when I've been driving on some roads that I haven't necessarily known that an analog cluster won't give you. Fourth thing then that I really liked about this car, and it's so weird as someone who has only ever been driving it, but I did sit in the passenger seat yesterday, not to drive but to just sit and have some food, hence the meal deal in the front. I'll let you rate that one while we're here. But this, weirdly, I actually really like. So this little bit here is so useful. Although I don't like how this has a gap, but I did like this little addition. I've never seen this in a car before, but it's so useful for when I was sat there to just prop my phone in it, or to put anything in there. To be honest, I rested my keys in there, I left a little bit of paper in there, I put my wrapper in there while I was eating, I put just a few things in there that wasn't expected to go in there, and I've never ever seen it on a car before. It's not on this side, obviously, as you have the windows and mirrors and stuff like that on this side and the child locks, but yeah, that just really caught my eye, and I actually put it to good use the other day, sitting in the car and having some food while I was sat here. So yeah, that's a weird one for number 4, but it's a bit of a quirky one for you. And last but not least, we have the Bang & Olufsen sound system in this car. Obviously, it is a standard option, I think, on all ST line models. might be the X models. I'm not sure on that one. I'm pretty sure it's just the ST line, because the Fiesta I had not long ago also had Bang & Olufsen, and the speakers in this car are absolutely quality. They don't pop, they don't crackle, they don't bang, they don't do anything wrong once you're playing your music. The bass is really good, the treble's really good. The surround sound in the car is generally spot on. I did have a play around with some of the settings in the audio on this little screen, and to be honest, everything's been spot on. So as you can see, you come in here, go on to sound, maybe for some reason it doesn't let us. Turn the engine on and we'll try again. Oh, that's a weird one. For some reason it's not letting us adjust the sound. But yeah, I have done. Get that off. Oh, well, that's a weird one for you, but it doesn't let us adjust the sound at the moment, but it has the same settings as every other car's sound settings. It's turn up the bass, turn up the treble, turn up things like that, and change how the sound comes out of the speakers. There's plenty of them, and they honestly are really good. I'm a big fan of Bang & Olufsen speakers, and to put them in a car is top quality in my eyes. So that is the 5th thing that I've liked about this car, and that will be the last thing as well. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that will be the 5 things that I have really enjoyed about this Ford Puma. Sorry about the wind in this one. It's got really windy in the last few minutes here while I've been doing this video, so hopefully it doesn't affect the quality too much. But yeah, that has been the 5 things that I've liked about this Ford Puma while I've had it for the last few days. If you liked the video, please drop a like, drop a comment, tell us which cars you might want to see next, and I'll try and get them done. Yeah, so please drop a subscribe if you want to, and I will catch you all in another one. Cheers, guys.